Road to Rock. Slowly We Rot by Obituary. The world of rock isn't just written with notes. It is forged in moments of chaos that hide secrets no one dares to tell. Some call it legend, others a curse. Turn up the volume. This is Road to Rock, and this is the story of Slowly We Rot by Obituary. By 1989, Florida death metal was no longer a rumor passed around tape traders. It was becoming a sound with rules, rivalries, and studios that could actually capture the violence. Obituary had already lived one life under a different name, tightened their lineup, and found the one ingredient nobody else could fake: John Tardy's voice, that wet, torn throat bark that sat somewhere between a growl and a warning siren. Slowly We Rot comes from a simple obituary instinct. Take a riff that feels like it is dragging its knuckles, then let the drums hit like a door being kicked in. The core rating came from the band as a unit, but the engine was the rhythm team and the guitars Trevor Pierce and Alan West building those thick, blunt chord shapes. Donald Tardy pushing the beat with that snapping, tom-heavy drive, and Frank Watkins locking the bottom end so the riffs land like concrete blocks. Listen to how the song is paced. It is not trying to win a race. It is trying to crush the floor. The intro sets a grim, mid-tempo crawl, then the band pivots into faster bursts without turning the groove into noise. That push and pull is the whole personality of the track. The riffs are simple on paper, but the weight is in the timing, the pauses, the ring of the strings, the way the guitar sits slightly filthy instead of polished. And over it, Tardy does not sing so much as he punctuates. Short phrases, abrupt stops, breaths that sound like they were torn out of him. No finesse, all character. This was recorded in Tampa at Mora Sound, with producer Scott Burns at the controls, the room that was fast becoming the proving ground for the entire scene. You can almost smell that place in the sound, close-mic'd drums, guitars layered for thickness instead of sparkle, and a mix that keeps the low end ugly on purpose. They were not chasing clarity. They were chasing impact. But there was tension in what that impact should be. Around them, other bands were getting more technical, more complex, more precise. Obituary were hearing that shift in real time. The pressure was not some cartoon fight, it was the practical question of identity. Do you speed up and show chops, or do you slow down and let the riff do the killing? Slowly We Rot is their answer, and it is stubborn. It leans into the crawl, into the stomp, into the idea that heaviness is a weapon even when the tempo drops. Live, this track hit like a trapdoor. The opening would roll out, bodies would start moving before the vocals even arrived, and when the first part snapped in, it felt less like a change and more like the room being shoved forward. What did Slowly We Rot do? It planted Obituary's flag early, death metal that was groove first, ugly in the best way, and instantly recognizable. It proved you could be brutal without being busy. And once that was on tape, the band did not have to chase anybody else's future. They had their own. Subscribe to the channel and smash that like.